This is Shelly Craft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're coming to you from the LD Micro Invitational 2018 here in Bel Air, California. I have with me today Josh Kirby from Kin Slips. It's a private company. Josh, welcome to SNNLive.
Thanks for having me, Shelly.
It's good to have you. Let's get started with a brief overview of the company, and we'll go from there.
So Kin Slips manufactures and sells a line of cannabis-infused sublingual strips into the state legal marketplace in California.
Why sublingual?
So sublingual is the most efficient way to put cannabis into your body. It's more efficient than smoking, it's more efficient than using an edible, and it gives a much more predictable effect, which is why we focused on it.
And what brought that focus to bear? Why did, I've heard sublingual used in pharmaceuticals, so why did you choose to go down that path?
So we actually looked at the pharmaceutical industry and noticed that there was a broad use of sublinguals in that industry, and nobody was really using it or talking about it in the cannabis industry. We also compared it to the popular form factors that were out there at the time, like edibles and smoking. People generally are moving away from smoking, and edibles don't give a very predictable effect. So we thought that we should try to popularize and bring a sublingual cannabis product to the marketplace that people would like and use.
What is some recent history behind the company?
So we were founded in November of 2016. We launched our product at first in April of 2017, and we've been selling it and growing it ever since. We recently were awarded our temporary state licenses by the state of California to participate in the legal cannabis industry.
What do you suspect that the market size for sublingual products would be in the cannabis industry?
We're hoping that we can grow the market size of sublinguals to rival that of vaping and edibles right now, which kind of split the market share 50-50. So our goal is to really popularize the medium and bring in other companies to do the same and compete with us and really grow that market size.
Is there a taste?
There is a taste to the product, although because you put it under your tongue, there isn't really a lot of taste buds there, but you do kind of get the essence of the flavor as the product moves around your mouth.
And what have you done to stabilize the dose, so to speak?
Yeah, so we actually have a very extensive QC process that we go through, and we've been developing it. Every time we go back into the manufacturing process, we try to work on our QC process to make sure that our dosage is exact and what we put on the product is exactly what is in the product. So we test our oil before it comes into our facility. We test the product at 2 different stages throughout the manufacturing process, and then we have a third-party lab verify our test results before it's released for sale to the consumer.
How do you distribute the product?
Right now, we work with a distribution partner called Bloom Farms, and so we sell product to them, and they handle all of our sales and distribution throughout the state of California.
Do you see it growing?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the whole industry is growing right now. The industry is growing. This year, we're expecting it to be between $8 and $10 billion in the United States, and then by 2020, we're expecting it to be around a $20 billion industry.
What is your competitive advantage?
Our competitive advantage is that we are one of the first companies to popularize and really start to educate people on the science of sublingual and why it's important. So when we go out there and we talk about it first, we position ourselves as the thought leaders in sublingual cannabis.
What's your background?
My background's actually in music. I was a musician for a number of years before I got the entrepreneurial itch, and then 5 years ago decided to start my first company and have been pushing forward with it ever since.
Some other management?
So we have our CFO and our COO, who's one of our co-founders, is Ron Richard. He has an extensive investment banking background. He comes from the investment banking world for many, many years. We also have a very extensive advisory board that includes former members of Procter & Gamble and former members of software, etc.
Now, from what you can tell me, what are some growth drivers for the company?
Growth drivers for us are really about destigmatizing cannabis in general, getting new consumers to come into the space, because the new consumers are the ones who are generally not that interested in smoking, vaping, or edibles, or have had bad edible experiences in the past, and they're willing to try something new, and they're open to new education.
So in terms of medical marijuana, is that your initial big target market?
That was where we launched. So when we launched last year, the only market that was available in California was the medicinal market. Since then, the adult use market has opened up. So we sell into both of those markets. Cannabis is used extensively on both sides, both with medicinal and with adult use, and our product is a great fit for the medicinal user and for the adult use consumer.
The name of your company is Kin Slips. What does Kin, K-I-N, stand for?
Kin is all about building a community of people who share our vision and building the community of people who care about sublingual cannabis.
Let's get your website out for more information, if you would.
Yeah, so to find out more and to reach out to us, you can go to kinslips.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Kirby, Kinslips. It's a private company. I'm Shelly Kraft. This is SNNLive, and we're coming to you live from the LD Micro Invitational 2018 right here in Bel Air, California. Josh, thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Shelly. Appreciate it.